Welcome back to 1.2 Brain Cells Podcast.
Yay.
Hola, hola. I'm Nati.
Noel.
Money.
As you can see, we have yet another studio.
Yes, yeah, many studios.
Yeah, we just
I'm
traveling
also
the world,
realizing we may be a little crooked.
Oh.
Okay.
It's okay. We're already a little crooked. So.
Yeah.
Very crooked, actually. Now that I think about it.
Isn't there a phrase? Also, Happy Pride. Happy Pride.
Is this still coming out during Pride Month? I don't think it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
it is.
this
Yes,
one
it
is.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
wow.
this one would be the last week of June. So.
Oh, we
the
should
last-
do gay stories then.
That's what we.
Oh, but we don't have. We've gotten over this. Never
Yeah,
mind.
we already told our gay stories in our.
Mind you, she
coming
was
out.
included in the planning session for
She
this
literally-
episode.
Not less than half an hour ago.
30 seconds ago.
Yeah, but no, happy Pride.
Yay.
Yeah, new setting.
Also, they're not gay enough to know gay culture. Well, not gay culture, but like as
Who
many
is it?
gay artists as.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's how to do it. Yeah.
Oh, us? No,
Yeah.
I mean, that's not my music anyways.
I recently realized that again, I don't really listen to like lyrics all the time like that.
Mm-hmm.
Chaperone's song. Yeah, it's the really famous
Pony.
one. No, I love that one.
Okay.
But that's about, I think, a stripper.
I have no clue.
But
I
no,
don't
the
listen
one
to her.
before that, the like.
I can hear the beat in my head, but if I knew the lyrics.
Yeah. Anyway, it's about like an ex. It's like a lesbian ex. Yeah.
Have you seen her performance at MTV Awards?
No.
No.
I love it. I retweeted something on either X or.
No, it's
or
on
Insta-
Twitter?
I have X. I deleted it a long time ago because it pissed me off, but I have it again.
Alright.
It might have been TikTok though. I don't know. I retweeted something, and essentially it was Chapel Roan had done a performance and Katy Perry had done a performance, and it was like Katy Perry's performance was so weird. No, it was weird. So she had like
A little
upside.
weird as of late.
She had ladies in boxes and their legs sticking out, just doing like their feet all over the place.
Oh, like okay.
Yeah, and then it just like her performance gets really sexual at one point, and then it's like Chapel Rowan's performance is like her being a knight fighting like a knights in a castle. And so then the post was like, oh, what the media thinks lesbians do, what lesbians actually do. It was
That's
really
fun.
funny.
But Katy Perry's not a lesbian, right?
She's bi.
Oh.
She's one of.
Y'all are late.
Meaning that.
Dude, I kissed a girl and I liked it.
Yeah, but back in the day, that was like a kinky thing. That wasn't like a actual. I didn't know she was bi. My bad. Are you laughing at me? Yeah, no, it's okay. Y'all won't know what we're laughing about.
Oh no, I don't know who we're laughing about.
Pause.
Caught.
I don't know what. What's it called? And we're
What we're
back.
laughing at.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So random thoughts of the week.
You go first. Mine's is a long one.
Okay, so I had two, but we're gonna just do one. And the one is, what would you consider, or how many years ago must have a song come out for it to be considered a throwback song?
30?
Wait, what?
So for a song to be categorized as throwback to you,
Oh,
how long ago should it have come out?
I'm saying 30.
30 years? Or
Yeah.
To me, that's a little long. But
That's
go on.
very long. That it could be like 5 years ago.
Okay. For me, at least 10.
Okay.
No, wait, no, 10. Yeah, that's more accurate. Now
Yes.
I'm thinking, I'm like, well, actually, 2025, 2020. No, 10 years. Okay. 10
Yeah,
years.
because
5 to 10 years.
Yeah, like in the higher end of 5 to 10, like maybe 8 to 10 years. I
I'm at
asked
that.
because so I came back from my trip. You know, all the other episodes I kept talking about. Oh, my trip. I am finally back. I don't know if you could tell. Oh, damn. But
Compared to our payload? Yeah.
but
She always looks tan.
Yeah.
yeah, but no, it was so much fun. But we were at like the club thing at the resort with my niece. My niece is 10 years younger than me. And they were playing the bops, bro. They were playing Black Eyed Peas. They were just playing so many songs that I was just like, oh.
Your niece or the resort?
The resort.
Oh, okay.
But I was at the club with my niece.
Okay, yeah.
And the reason why it came to my head is because, like, oh my God, these are hitting. Like, I used
How
to
old they
love
at the club?
Huh?
How old are they to be at the club?
18.
Dominican Republic.
My
Okay,
oldest, my eldest niece. You could be 18 to drink.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're there and I'm bopping to the songs. I'm loving it. Every song was just hitting. And she goes, "Oh, when did you listen to this music?" And I was like, "Oh, that must have been like middle school, early high school." And she's like, that's why. Yeah, no, these are throwbacks." And I was just like,
No, they are throwbacks. Even if I heard it now,
they are, but it caught me off guard because I was like, "Wait, the music I like, it makes sense that the music I grew up with are now throwbacks." But
okay, I guess.
yeah, because it was maybe late 2000s to early 2010s. At that point, it's
Okay, so 10 years, over 10 years, I'll call it throwback. At 5, just because like 5 years passes by. Like, what's a song that's 5 years old? I feel like it just came out.
5 is 2020.
No,
Whoa.
duh. But I mean, like, what's an actual song that just came out in 2020 is gonna feel like that shit came out.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying. That's 5 is too young for a throwback.
To me, I would consider 2016 and back a throwback because because 2016 is when Drake's album Views came out, and we used to listen to that on repeat.
That was Views.
That was, and I think also
I wouldn't call it a throwback then.
I would call it a throwback just because I think it's also in a different era of our lives. We were in college.
Yeah.
I feel like we're so far from when we were in college.
I mean, you guys had a high school reunion going on.
Facts. My high school reunion was while I was on vacation. I did not go. Yeah.
Would you have gone?
No, because the day that it was, my friend Sarah planned something for her sister, and I was originally going to go to that.
Okay, if that wasn't planned, would you go?
Like if you were free.
Yeah.
Is just what she's saying.
Depending on who's going.
Fair.
Yeah.
If Sarah went, would you go?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Not only her, though, because, like, for example, she lives across the country, so it wouldn't be. But there's a few friends that I was pretty close to, and I saw they were on the list. And up until Sarah told me something else, I was going to go. So, yeah. Depends on who's going. Yeah. Would you go?
No.
That's fair.
Why would I want to see those fools?
I don't know.
Y'all heard me.
I feel like if I
She said it with her
Unless it's like the girls soccer team,
Stop.
then I would go.
You
But
wouldn't
no,
go.
No, I
if it was
wouldn't
no, I'll just check Instagram.
Well, what's funny is I heard about my high school reunion when I was hanging out with Noelle, and so I pulled up to look at the tickets, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go with you," because I was like, I saw like all the things that they were including, like it was like open bar and everything.
Yeah, when I heard
and I was
that,
like, I'll go with you, and I was like, bet, and then I scrolled to the very bottom, and it's like tickets like 120, and I was like,
that's what I was about to say, because ours was like a dinner organized by one of the other alumni.
yeah,
and,
same.
But it was like, I think 20 some. And then your bar tab, because not everyone wanted a drink, was separate.
Fair. No,
But
this was like, it was like they were gonna pass around like appetizers.
Like fancy?
Yeah, it was a nice place. They're gonna be passing. They're gonna have or doors passing. Whatever the word is.
Herbiderbs. Yeah.
Thank you. And an open bar and some other things.
Listen,
Right?
open
It
bar.
sounded good. Yeah, I'm like, you know what? We'll go for the open bar and that's it.
Open bar. I'll take my.
What is? Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the max you would have paid to go?
60?
Okay, I was gonna say
That's my tab at a bar usually.
Yeah, I would have done 70-ish.
I didn't think about that. I was gonna say 50, but 60 sounds reasonable.
Open bar.
For some
open
food,
bar.
yeah, bump it up to 70, you know?
Yeah.
120.
Get your money's worth, you know.
That's 50 more. Okay.
When you said over 100, I was like,
Yeah.
you go by yourself.
Nah, dude. Like even 80, I'd be like,
I mean, either way, I didn't want to go. I was only going to go for the open bar.
But yeah.
It was funny.
Okay.
She's like, she got the message, right? She's like, I'm not going. And then I see her reading it. I'm like, you're not going? She's like, open bar. I was like, can I go?
Yeah.
I love that. I was gonna say, yeah. So that was my random thought. I just want to know what you guys think is the throwback, because it did throw me up. It makes sense because again, my niece is 10 years younger than me, but
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll go over 10. Over 10.
okay. For me, 8 to.
That was like the debate we had on like vintage Disney and
yes.
You were getting
that was
heated on
group
that one
chat.
because you
I
weren't
know.
making sense, Noel.
You know what?
But we're gonna
take that topic one day in the episode where we're discussing like classic.
oh, we can
versus
just do a
vintage.
Disney
No.
episode.
Not now though.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
we can do
okay,
Disney.
yeah.
Yeah.
But carry on with your random thought then.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have been watching a lot of sports in general. So I've always followed soccer. I've started following it more again recently. I watched Formula One. With Formula One, I've now started watching Formula One Academy, which is equivalent, and this is not going to make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but it's equivalent to Formula 4, which Formula One Academy is called Formula One Academy because it's just strictly women racing. And then I've been following women's basketball and then like professional women's basketball like WNBA. And so watching all these sports, they're all very gay. Like in every single sport, there's like a majority of the girls that are gay. They're not straight, say that much. So then I'm like, what's the correlation of there being so many like queer women in sports? And right, that was the correlate. Why is there so many queer women in sports? Like, why is that such a thing? Like versus like, I don't know, like dance. Like how many queer women do you run into in dance?
It's a limited community, but like
if you had to put it to a percentage
of the whole dance community,
yeah,
probably like 10%.
Okay, so like in the queer world for sports, especially in the ones that I listed, it's like well over 50%. Like I remember,
the majority are more.
Yeah,
gay.
majority of them are gay. So then, from that thought, I was like, well, maybe it's because they're competitive, and so with that, I got to testosterone. So I was like, is there a correlation between how much testosterone you have and being in sports than to having testosterone and then being gay as well? Yeah, there was a correlation. I don't remember what it was. We Googled it. You were with me when I was talking about it. Mm-hmm. There is a correlation. I don't know exactly what the correlation was. There is a correlation.
I was going to say, I wonder if because in very much the world we live in, it's very much rejected when a woman is in what would be considered male-dominated spaces, that most women won't pursue that because they don't want to seem unappealing to the male eye. However, someone who's queer doesn't care.
But I think most women who go into...
What?
Why are you yelling at your mic? Like you reprimanded it. You were like...
Did you really?
Yeah, she did. Roll the clip.
Male eye. However, someone who's queer doesn't care.
But I think most women who go into...
You'll see I wasn't. You said queer, and I went like this. You said don't care, and I was like...
That's even funnier. No, because a lot of these women aren't playing sports because they're gay. They're playing sports because they want to play sports and then realize they're gay.
Yeah.
Right. So then it's like there's a correlation there somewhere. And
someone do the science.
Someone has done the science. I wish I could be more educated and have remembered, but I know there is a correlation, which for me I found really interesting.
Oh, interesting. I'll look into that. I like that. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. So if she plays sports, your odds of her being gay go up. Yeah.
I was never good at sports.
Exactly. Oh, there was also. Oh my God. Hold on.
What?
Oh, what the they call it? The. So when it comes to bisexuals, they call it the I forgot what it's called. It's funny. It's like a pun. But essentially, they skew the charts because...
Binomial?
I don't think it was that. But they skew the charts because they're bi. It's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2015. Women's soccer. I'm sorry. Hang on.
No, you're good.
2015 women's soccer. There was like the team on USA who won the World Cup. Like 9 out of the 11 players who start are gay.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you're gay, that's how you gonna win. You need a gay team.
I was going to say, when you brought up F1, I don't know if I mentioned this to you already, but the other day we were at Vanessa's eldest sister's birthday dinner, and apparently her boyfriend is a die-hard F1 fan. He's been following it since he was a kid. Yes, and I told Vane, I was like, oh my God, we need to get them together. So
I'm going to sound like a noob next to him. If he's been following for so many years, I'm like 2 years.
But that's how you learn.
Yeah, no, but then you'll have someone to talk about it. You'll have someone to talk about it.
Do you know what team he supports?
Of course not.
But we're going to...
What if it's opposing teams?
I'm sorry, don't you support the winning one?
I wasn't before. Now they happen to be winning.
We'll do a little arigato date, and we'll test it out. And in case of anything, just move on to the next topic.
Okay.
Cute.
It's actually funny. I was talking to Natalie the other day, and she mentioned how, because she's in a car ride and Manju's driving. And so they have me on speaker, so they're both listening, but like Manju's focused on driving, so he's not really responding. Yeah. And then the podcast comes up, and then Natalie goes, "Oh, Vanessa, you should like Manju and I should come." And Manju's like, "No. Like immediately, I was like, "Oh my god, he's finally talking." He jumped at it so fast. He's like, "9 was like, Natalie, you can go on. I don't want to go on. No,
that's
thank you."
interesting. No, that's fair. But at the same time, I feel like he's someone I enjoy talking with. So
Yeah.
he would be great for the podcast.
Yeah.
But it is. There actually there's a few people that we've been like, oh, they would be great, but they're actually camera shy. So it's been like,
Damn.
Yeah, I
And then
know.
there's some people that want to, and we're like, that part might get cut.
that's hilarious. Oh my god. Okay. Well, Natalie.
Listen,
Natalie-
you have
Natalie
to get
herself.
the approval of everyone at the table right
Oh,
now.
yeah.
So,
It can't be a 2 out of 3. It can't be out of 1 out of 3. It needs to be a 3
yup.
for 3.
So, unfortunately,
Unanimous
if
vote.
someone says no, they say no. What
Yeah.
can I do? I can't do nothing. I tried, you know? I tried.
Well, if Natalie ever wants to come on.
Yeah, Natalie says she's down to and she really wants to.
Nice. Yeah, we'll plan it.
I have a coworker, which I was mentioning before, that does want to be on the podcast. I think she'd be a great fit. You guys will meet her at the party. So she's going to
Oh,
come.
nice,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, she'll come to that.
Dope.
Super chill, so nice. Queer, she has a wife. They're awesome.
Love it.
Yay.
Funny story about Noelle's party, right? So I'm on vacation.
Oh, yeah.
So I was active somewhere in the chat, but not as much. And I come back and I'm looking at my calendar and I see Noelle party. And I was like, I put Noelle party. I was like, I'm having a party with Noelle. And then I realized that in our calendar, so we have
synced our calendar.
yes,
We
sync
made
our
a calendar for the group
calendars.
chat. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
because we need to know when we can, schedule meet and do all that. And so I noticed that it's in that. So I messaged the guys. I'm like, we having a party? And they're like, oh, yeah, we RSVP'd for you. And I was like, great.
Yeah, Noelle goes RSVP. Yes, for you already. Don't worry. I got it.
Yeah. Again, I would have definitely gone. But
She
it was
didn't have an
just
option, so.
Yeah. No, it was very funny. I'm very excited.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna
Party
be
with
We saw she was straight. There was no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I don't put things because.
Oh, well, that's on you. We go by the calendar that we all see.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man. So I have to put all my.
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
If it's something you for sure are not available that day, then yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, some things do come up last minute because of dance.
Pero no.
Your girl's
If
a performer.
it's on the calendar, then your dance got to change.
No.
Yeah,
No, I'm a performer.
yeah.
So then you
Yeah.
better beat us to the calendar where you put it
Yeah.
first.
Yeah. If it's on the calendar.
Who's ever
it's on the
first?
calendar.
Who's ever first?
Love y'all, but the dance team does take. I pay money for the dance team.
Well, listen, if it's not making you money, there's no excuse.
I'm
In
with
your
that.
eyes, little miss.
No. And 2 eyes.
No.
She agreed.
Yeah. If it's not making you money,
Oh, so then it doesn't matter how it's made. Going back to last episode, her thing was all about the money and the AI thing. And we
No,
were
I
like,
said no. It fits because I said if it's making you money, if it's a business, you know.
exactly, but she wasn't.
well, no, we had said we're fine for businesses using it. They just need to be upfront about it.
They
Did you
said-
forget your own point?
I said. My
So the
point was
topic for this-
AI rule the world. Okay.
Nope. Don't push it.
Mine.
Don't push it. Don't
Rule
push
the
it.
world.
We're gonna
Go
get
on
off
ChatGPT.
first by the robots.
Yeah, look,
don't
go for
trust-
them. I'm rooting for ya.
I don't trust robots as it is.
I got a Roomba.
Your mom is okay with
Just
the
go with the boot.
Okay.
Go with the bit.
Sorry, she has a Roomba.
I have a Roomba.
So the
Anyways.
topic for this week.
No, wait. I had another thought.
Oh yes, go ahead.
I forgot it though.
Well,
It was about what we were just talking about. What were we just talking about?
Robots.
AI,
No, before that.
dance, calendar, party.
Yes. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Good. So she was you were on your trip, so you were out of touch. So I didn't know whether Nat was like dead or alive most of the time. So I would ask Vanette. I'm like, yo, how's Nat doing? Because I haven't checked in on her.
Messaged me.
It was too much work.
I was also posting the whole time.
Oh, okay, yeah, but to be fair, sometimes like you
I
can.
would
you-
also post that night. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say you can post at a certain time, even though it may have happened like
Yeah. No,
7
that's
hours
true.
earlier.
Yeah.
So I would check in out with her because I was like, are they FaceTime? So let me just check in. She's alive. So
We
then,
did FaceTime though.
yeah, we did.
yeah, I know.
It's like you were never gone.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Okay. So then yesterday I called them, right, because we're discussing a meeting today, and I call, oh great, I get my car back. Well, we'll meet then.
Oh yeah.
Nothing lost. So to update you guys, because you're also gonna be lost. I hit a deer, and said deer car, and so I had my car for like 2 weeks. I was very depressed. It was really rough out there. Anyways, I picked up my car today.
Did you see her little eyes?
Yo, she looked genuinely. Well, when she told me, I was like, oh my God, Noelle must have been so sad.
I was.
Yeah,
I really
that's her
was.
car. Like her
For the
beloved
audio
car.
listeners, Noelle just had like the most saddest face on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's thinking about it right now. Damn.
Yeah, no, it was rough. I literally stood outside. I think I sat on the curb for a little bit, and I just looked at my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. I do not blame her.
Where? Well,
Uh,
I'll beat that.
Especially
No,
with
well, we'll beat
and
that.
let them know what happens to the deer.
oh. Okay, listen to that. I hit Bambi. Bambi don't give a fuck. Bambi kind of like whiptails outwards, but catches their own feet and just continues to frolic into the forest. His little tail flicking in the air.
I also would have just pulled over, sat on the curb, and just had a minute because what the.
I
You
was
take the deer with you.
I would've-
pissed.
Yo.
Actually, I think I
I
would have
would've
been
cried.
more sad if I took the deer with me.
Oh,
Because
no.
then I have to deal with the dead deer. Because it's like
You
it's
just
an
put it on the side of the
animal.
road.
Yeah.
It's an
Okay.
animal.
Who told you to jump in the car?
No,
In front of the
agreed. There, you would think after so many years, evolution would teach them how to cross the road. Am I wrong?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I get so mad. I feel like they hear a car or they see the lights. They're like, now is the time.
That light that's coming, it means green for
Bro,
me.
Yeah,
I've seen
for real.
Squirrels do that too. When you drive in the street,
Oh my
I'm
God,
like,
yeah.
and they stop midway. I'm like, what are you doing? You're gonna get.
Oh,
murdered.
no.
Oh my God. In the work that I do, I can't specify what I do. But this story might get cut. In the work that I do, I deal with vehicles that catch fire. And this vehicle caught fire because squirrels were storing nuts in their car. And then the squirrels nested in there. Had a bunch of baby squirrels.
Baby squirrel.
They ate one of the wrong wires. They went to turn the car on. Fire.
So there's roasted.
So they were like
squirrels.
in the hood of the
Roasted
car?
squirrels. Yeah, roasted squirrels in that car.
Wait, the squirrels would stay with the car when the car turned on?
Yeah, they were
Damn.
babies.
Oh, not the adult ones, right?
No. But there was also a big one that didn't make it out. Which is how we pieced it together.
Yo, your job sounds fun.
Yo, that's why I like what I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, damn.
Oh wow. Damn.
Yeah, I asked my supervisor. I was like, "Can we pursue the squirrels for reimbursement on this car? Because I mean, that was like $30,000 right there."
Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh my God. Well, a lot of house fires in the area that we're from start because the squirrels chew on the wires. So then it's like
Yeah.
Damn
Fuck, they
squirrels.
chewing on wires.
No, but it's not just squirrels that nest in there. Birds nest in there,
Raccoons.
mice, raccoon, all types of animals. Will because when you turn off your
Yeah.
engine, it's nice and warm.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the winter.
yeah, cats kind of
They
lay
get to go on
down
the- yeah.
underneath. Yeah.
Yeah, so the engine's nice and warm. So they're like, oh, nice warm place to
Yeah.
bunker up.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why they always
Then
say,
they get
especially in the
roasted.
winter, you gotta like check. Under-
Yeah, I saw this in a K-drama once where like they'll bang on the hood of the car and so like spook any animals that are hiding in there during the
Mhm.
winter.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I
Especially if you're storing your car for long periods of time.
Mhm.
see. But here's my thing with that. Like, if I do that, I would spook myself if something came out. I would literally scream. A lizard was in my hotel room and I screamed.
Do you remember in Costa Rica the big
The iguanas?
yeah
Those are big.
dragons?
Dude,
They
in
have
DR, in
dragons.
DR
Iguanas
too,
are
it must
cool.
be a tropical thing because in DR they're freaking huge.
It would be a tropical thing.
Can I get an iguana?
But wait, before
Can
we
you
into
get an
more-
iguana? How do you can do whatever you want? You're an adult.
True.
I was gonna say before we get into more stories because that's essentially what we're doing. Today's topic is funny stories. Ha
Ha ha ha.
Just,
Which
you know,
we've been
little,
doing.
little random
Hardy,
stories.
hard.
Keep it, keep it nice and light. Keep it nice and chill.
Mhm.
I feel like the last few episodes have been very deep, which have been awesome. You know,
Mhm.
I guess, I like to think.
And Vanya has no thoughts today. So,
Baby girl's a little drink.
We're holding up the brain cells today. So
yeah.
Yeah. No, I wish we would have recorded doing this whole setup because I both held and lacked all the brain cells
All
at
at
the
once.
same time. It would go and
I
come.
have to be honest, when we're setting up and doing stuff, I am no help whatsoever. I am just there as moral support. I just
Yeah.
watch what's going on.
Yeah.
Noel shows up.
I'm that dad that just shows up. No, I'm better than that, honestly. But when it comes to like setting up this stuff, part of it is I don't want to get in the way. Second part is they told me how to do stuff and I have completely forgotten. But
Is this confession time?
I feel like you guys probably assume this.
I never noticed actually.
I didn't notice in the setup. What's it called? I realized that you show up to things when it came to like certain editing things, or I'll be like, "Hey, can y'all do this?" and no response, and I'm like, "Great."
Yeah.
GG's.
I want to blame the ADHD. ADHD is part of it. The other part is just me. I don't know.
It's okay.
I think most of it's the ADHD. I want to say. I'm here for more sport. If you give me directions, I can follow directions pretty well.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Where was I going with this?
No, we were gonna say funny stories.
I have
So
no
the setup,
yeah.
lack of
No.
brain
There was a
cells.
story I was going with this.
I have no thoughts. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know.
You were gonna tell a
There
story.
was
before
a
I
story
introduced-
that was leading into the story, and the story gone.
Well, we have some listed. We'll carry on. Moving on.
I was gonna say we were talking about DR a little bit.
Oh,
with,
I
like,
remember what I
iguanas.
wanted to say now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Them damn deers.
You told the story about your car.
I know, but that was it. That
You
was the
just
thought.
wanted to say those damn
okay.
things.
I feel like evolution should have taught them how to cross the road.
Okay.
No, you know what? Your rage against deers is very fair. Like your carrito, bro. Like
Yeah, that.
But it's good now.
That
Yeah.
deer.
Yeah.
looks
So,
great.
so not thinking back,
it
did
looks
not was unaware.
unscratched.
You didn't even see the car. Oh, you did see the car.
Yeah, when we were taking out the stuff. Mind you, I saw
Just
it.
the back.
Oh,
You
no
said the
one
back,
has
it's
a
on
brain
front.
cell today. No one has any portion of a brain cell today. We're all forgetting things left and right.
What?
I remembered.
You did remember, but you were also struggling earlier.
Remembered what?
Exactly.
Exactly.
That I saw your car.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Oh!
so the brain cell is just hopping around.
I remember now where I was going with the equipment. I'm no help when it comes to setting stuff up, but I in my way of helping is I will make sure we have the stuff. I will bring it and take it with me. Today because I forgot when I go to work and then we're recording after work, and so I was supposed to drive straight from work to here. There was a bit of a 2-hour delay because someone forgot to put the equipment in their car after getting it from the body shop.
That's okay, babe.
So I
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, you're gooch.
Yeah, you're fine. I was gonna say, and it's funny because last night I even thought I thought to myself, pack your stuff, and I was like, I should text it in the chat,
no, you
and then
you
I
did.
forgot to text it. No, I texted
No,
it
no.
this morning.
Oh yeah, you texted it this morning, but you also texted something about a large extension cord sometime this week.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's when I remembered. I'm like, oh, I gotta move the stuff to my car.
yeah.
And then I picked up my car and I was like,
Girl,
I'm supposed
You
to
should have
do
texted the
something
chat, remind me to put the shit in my car.
else. I forgot to do that too.
Dude, I'm telling you, I thought as I was packing, let me remind them because it's the night before, and forgot to do it. So,
Well, lesson learned.
yeah, but funny stories for today. Kind of to start the funny stories, besides all the little stories we've been telling, is that in DR, right?
Yes.
We were talking about the iguanas. So we have you kind of mentioned it. Oh, your tree, in one of the previous episodes. So growing up, my dad has always introduced me to his friends. Anyone he would introduce me to, he'd be like, I'm gonna say it in Spanish and then I'll translate. Let's say I'm Benito. Let me put a ball cap on real quick. And this Bane
That's
is me,
something
right?
funny.
Esta es la heredera de las tres matecoco en la orilla del río, allá en Mao, right?
Sounds real fancy.
It's
Dude.
not.
No,
What
that's what I'm saying. It sounds real fancy. Wait for the translation.
The translation is, this is the one who inherits
The Harris.
the 3 coconut trees at the edge of the river in Mao. Mao is the hometown that my dad's from, Mao Valverde from DR, represent. And next to my dad's home, there was always a river. And then in the back of their house, I think they had trees as well. So in DR, it's very common for like coconut trees, mango trees, palm trees to just grow. And so my inheritance, supposedly, 3 coconut trees. As the years have gone on, my older sister and I were like, wait a minute, hold on. Is it 3 coconut trees each? Or is it 1.5 up in this? And he was like, no, it's 3 in total, so y'all have to split it. And I was like, damn, right? As we're coming closer to this trip, we're talking about it, like, because it's a far drive from the capital. It's like, I think 2.5 to 3 hours. And at the time, we weren't sure if we were going to have a car. So to plan that whole thing was going to be a whole whatever, right? So one of my cousins is like, why are we going? And I'm like, dude, my dad wants to go back to his hometown. It's been almost 40 years. He wants that, and I would like to do that for him, especially that like my dad's very much older now. He's 76. So whatever, we're gonna go. So we did end up going. It was overall, the trip was amazing. But when we pull up to the house, I'm like, okay, so where my tree at? Right? I want to see my damn tree. No, my cousin. So it's back up a little. When we're talking about the trip with my cousin goes, yo, there's like no more coconut trees. I'm like, where's my damn tree? That's my inheritance. And they said that there was like 1. So when we pull up, no coconut trees. we do have a mango tree. My house, best mango trees. Those mangoes were
Better than Costa Rica?
They were equally as flavorful,
Okay.
but they were a little smaller.
Okay, so Costa Rica's better. I'm kidding. I'm not.
But what's it called? No, they were really good. They were really good mangoes, dude. Like really good. We got like a whole bag. It was amazing. But that's not my treat either. So
So you can do it, but
I
we
didn't mean
can't.
to do it. I thought I tried doing it quietly.
what? Oh, are you thinking about the mango?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, but I have a pick with a tree. It's not a coconut tree. It's actually a palm tree. And yeah.
So
I
no
have-
fruit whatsoever.
Well,
Oh.
we have a mango tree in the house.
But it was not your heritage.
That's not my mango. That's the
Bonito lied on all
Yeah,
accounts.
he lied.
Yeah, straight up.
It's a
Yeah.
singular palm tree between you and your sister.
She could find her own damn palm tree. That is mine. I planned this whole trip. That is my palm tree.
What you gonna do with the palm tree?
I don't know. It's mine. It's there. It's my one inheritance. Like I'm gonna claim it. But no, it was great. It was just so funny because all my life I've heard about my 3 coconut trees, only to come find out it's
Not
a
a coconut
singular
tree.
tree and it's a palm tree at that. So
That's funny.
Yeah. But what was I? One of y'all were about to say something or no?
Oh no, I had a funny thought when you said, "Let me be Bonito and put this ball cap on."
Uh-huh.
So there's a TikTok of these people leaving the Pitbull concert, and this guy's like, "Finally taking my ball cap off after the Pitbull
Oh,
concert."
and he's a ball guy, right?
Yeah, he takes off the ball cap, and he's just already bald.
You said that in the chat.
That
I
was
was
funny.
dying. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Of stories from other countries, do we have? I mean, we did a whole travel story, but like to fit in the funny things. Do we have any other? Do you have any?
Yeah. I do, and I remember them all. Okay, so one of the funny ones, at least, I feel like you should tell this story because you're the one who fucking did it.
You can tell it, and I can explain why I did it.
Which
Which one are you
country?
thinking about?
The
Wasn't it
burning?
France?
with the microwave.
Yes.
Okay, which country are we in?
I think
France.
we were in France. Yeah.
Okay.
And the creepy ass.
Oh my god, yeah,
the
that
house
was a creepy house.
creepy. It had like a weird doll outside.
Also,
the
you
window.
missed the big ass dungeon basement when we were coming in. I don't know how you
Yeah,
missed
I
that.
did. It was so creepy, bro.
I'm happy I didn't go.
It was still a great time though.
No, it was amazing.
Yeah.
Gotta
Lake.
go back.
I give you lake.
The Habibis. That's what
Yeah, the Habibis. I was so invested
Shout
in
out
that.
to Dom. Shout out to Dom. Oh
What was that? Love is Blind?
Yeah.
Bro, I hate, hold on. I hate reality shows. Absolutely hate them. Like dating shows even more. The only one I watched was the Queer Ultimatum, and because it's queer. Come on.
Stop
But
with footsies, bro.
that was one time, okay? Way.
I'd have a big. You know what I had big if I had.
Big feet, a big schlong?
I was gonna say big shoe, but go off, you nasty.
I was also thinking schlong.
Yes. Okay. All right, back to the point that I was trying to make. We can talk about her song another time. I hate dating reality shows. Again, the only one I was Queer Ultimatum, and it's because it's queer. That show was great, by the way. They're doing a second season. I can't wait.
Oh,
Do you know when it's coming out?
Not a clue.
Okay.
But there is a second season.
We gotta watch.
But both of you were like obsessed with Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
We
We
don't
never
see
white
the appeal.
nights to Love Is Blind.
It was great in the beginning. Not anymore.
You haven't seen the latest season, actually.
Why not?
All right, my take with it is that like they're the whole thing of Love Is Blind, right? You're asking a bunch of questions to then like figure out if they're your partner, but they don't ask the most like important. They don't know how to communicate. They don't ask the most important questions.
Or if they're actually asking these questions, they don't show them, right? Because a lot of this you gotta remember is edited.
Yeah.
So maybe they are asking or whatever the heck, but you know, a lot of times it's a lot of producer stuff. You gotta remember.
Or they like people will answer and then straight up lie by the time they meet each other and like actually no, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
So, but when it came to us being in France, we were looking to watch something for the night, and all of a sudden on Netflix they had uploaded this show called Love Is Blind Habibi.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I hate dating shows, but I don't know why it said Habibi. I was like, watch. Yo,
We giggled so because we laughed, right? We were like, that's such a like. Yes, we know that Love Is Blind is in different countries, but the fact that they named it Habibi, I was like, yo, come on,
Yeah.
bro. And so this was
was
a trip that was last October. It was Noelle, Dom, and myself.
Yeah.
We were basically traveling across Europe. We flew into London, then flew from London to Belgium, and then drove from Belgium all the way down to Switzerland, stopping in each country. It was so much fun.
Tell our stories out of order.
Huh?
We tell our stories out of order.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
We
It
ramble.
fits the vibe. Yes, it fits the vibe. So that was this trip, and this was the stop in France.
We stopped in France.
Mhm.
I haven't got to the actual story of this.
No.
We were just talking
Preface.
about. So Love is Blind Habibi, and we put the first episode on, and so as she's saying, we're traveling and we're driving through each country and stopping. So we're there for like a total of almost like 2 weeks, and we only travel with like a suitcase and a backpack. So we have to do laundry when we stop. So this place specifically had a washer. In Europe, they don't have dryers. It's just not a thing for them.
It did say dryer, but it wasn't.
It was a blow dryer.
No, it was like those
It
stands.
was.
No, it was those stands that you hang your clothes.
Yeah. Like it's just, yeah.
But it was October, so the weather was kind of cold. So
Yeah,
we
it
had
wasn't gonna dry
thicker
shit.
clothes that it takes longer than a day to dry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we put on Love is Blind Habibi. We watched the first episode. This is amazing. And then we get too invested and we watch too many episodes and we're like, late. We gotta do the laundry. So we start the laundry late as hell. It's like probably like midnight at this point.
Mind you, we have to be up early because again, every day we were stopping in a different thing. So to now go and drive to another country. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So quickly we throw our stuff. Mind you, the washing machine was so tiny. You could probably fit like 4 pieces of clothing in there, to be honest with you.
But we made that.
We made it fit. We did like 3 loads, which for us would have just been 1.
Yeah.
We had to make it in 3. But then we gotta dry the clothes because we're leaving tomorrow, so we need to pack up. So then with the blow dryer, we start blow drying the clothes. We're using some of the dryers, and we're like the lighter stuff. We're like, okay, this can dry by morning, hopefully. And otherwise, we're using a blow dryer, and it's a small kitchen, and in the kitchen is a microwave. And for the small things, Nati had the great idea that microwave heats up. Let's dry the clothes in the microwave. So then she starts putting
smaller stuff like socks and stuff.
Socks,
Because that's what
undergarments
a dryer does. It
into the
pumps it, it
microwave.
puts heat on it. So this was gonna spin it and put heat on it.
Yeah.
So math was mathing.
Yeah, that's what she decided to do. And in the process, in one of those, she puts a pair of my boxers in the microwave, and all of a sudden we're still watching mind you, we're doing this while still watching Love is Blind Habibi, so we're not completely invested into the drawing.
No.
And all of a sudden we're watching Love is Blind Habibi, and they're doing like a big moment and they're like confessing, and then all of a sudden you smell something, you're like, something was burning, and we're like, what could possibly be burning right now? Like, we're not cooking. And we look at the microwave, bro. The microwave has thick ass coming out of it.
Not that bad.
Shh, embellish the story to sell.
No, but I was gonna
Y'all
say,
need to stop exaggerating so much.
No, but it was smoking.
No,
Maybe
it
it wasn't extremely smoke, but it was smoking.
the thing.
And so he popped the microwave, and then more smoke just flies
No,
out.
a good amount of steam. It was like it was crazy. But no, because it started like steaming and smoking.
Okay, but here's the thing. We had started with like 10, 15 seconds in the microwave, and then what we didn't notice is that each time that thing was putting the time up in the microwave.
No, because what I would do is that I would put like, at first I started with like 10. All right, 10 was kind of whatever. So then once I figured that the way to go about it is we have
Sandra's home.
pause.
A few moments later.
Okay, sorry, we're back. What's it called? Sandy. Shout out to Sandra. Came
Sandra.
in- Huh?
Sandra.
Sandy.
Yeah, but the name is Sandra.
Sandra.
Okay.
Sandra. Anyway,
What's that Grease movie about Sandy?
Greece.
Yeah. No, I just said what's the song in Grease.
You're the one
Are-
that I want. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Honey.
No, there's another one.
Summer loving.
Nope, not that one. It's the sad one.
'Cause now.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Goodbye,
Devoted
Sandy D.
love.
Yeah.
Hopelessly devoted to you.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know why.
Love Greece.
Anyway, so you guys.
Yes, so microwave. So yeah,
You're
I was
increasing
slowly-
time.
Yeah, I was slowly increasing time because it wasn't doing, and then but I would like put 30 seconds, but every 15 or so, I would stop and check on it. But then, Love is Blind Habibi. And yeah, so her underwear. So smoke.
Smoke. We open the microwave. Smoke. We're like, oh shit. And mind you, we're staying in an Airbnb, so we can't have the fire alarms go off. Like we don't
also
want it.
can't be loud.
We can't be loud either.
It was also creepy, so we didn't want anyone coming to our
Yeah, it was really creepy. And so then on top of that, we're trying to put this out, right? And so then with the blow dryer, we're like blowing it.
Was it an actual fire?
No, but
Just smoke?
No, so it was smoke, and when I take out the items, it was like a few socks and Noelle's blue boxers.
Yeah.
I have a video. I'm actually gonna insert the clip.
I hate you.
Dude.
I gotta see that video before you put it up.
Yeah, that's fine. It was smoked.
It was
about
like
to turn on to fire.
Yeah, it was singed. There was holes. There was burnt holes in my underwear. It was so bad.
Yeah. It was hilarious because
I think also because I had done a white load of laundry before then, of like with bleach. Well, it wasn't just whites, but it was like clothes, and I had washed it with bleach for a specific reason. Not that underwear. The underwear got caught into the laundry because I didn't separate it correctly, and so I don't know if the bleach added to that, and that's why
I dried the darker colors with darker colors. Listen, whatever was gonna go in the microwave, it was gonna be dried correctly. We don't do the lights with the darks, all right? But
I'd just be throwing out even now. I just
Same.
I just threw everything in.
All one load.
I was gonna say it was funny because when you pulled it where it looked like I kept saying, I'm like, bro, you got them fiery farts. That's
Yeah, no, it was like exactly where the
butthole.
Yeah.
Not the little. But no, it was so funny, and like yeah. Did we still continue drying on there? Yes, we did, and our clothes did get pretty dry. It was we did pretty good, and
we lost clothes on the way on that trip. I lost so many clothes on that trip.
Did you?
Yeah. So did Dom. Didn't she? She lost like a really good sweater. She said.
Oh yes, she did.
Yeah.
I did.
Dom.
Lose clothes. I did not. Lose
Daniel.
clothes. Yeah. No, that was a fun trip. 10 out of 10. One of.
Back at it again with them white Vans.
What are those?
Oh, okay.
These are my chanclas. I love that. What's it called? No, it was such a fun trip, and I'm sorry for burning your underwear.
Are you?
Yeah, it was a funny story, but I burned your underwear.
You never replaced them either.
That's
I was one underwear less and on the trip.
On the trip, and that was like halfway through.
Yeah.
dumb.
Really had to make sure to do laundry from there
I
on.
think it was like in the later half, but yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Sorry. I get you new underwear.
It's okay. They were really old pairs, though. Well, not really old, but they
no
were
wonder
older.
they singed so quickly. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I wasn't gonna bring the nice pairs. Hear me out. It was you and Dom. I was like, no one's gonna see my underwear. Like,
You were confident you're getting no action?
yeah.
Yeah, actually, never mind.
What? No.
I'll tell you guys afterwards.
Oh.
I'll tell you guys after. I'll remember. Punta Cana, remember. All right, cool. Okay, so story-wise, so I burned her underwear. Me and my damn coconut tree.
Is my turn for one?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, you want to tell your toll story? Not
It's not-
tolls, Toll.
Yeah, like when you're driving and you pass by and pay the tolls. It was funny because
Oh my god,
so-
I ran a toll today.
What do you mean?
You ran.
Like you didn't
Don't
even stop
have
to pay it?
E-Pass?
I
You need to
remember
slow down for it to read it.
that, and because I just got my car back today, I have my Easy Pass in the car.
Oh, so
I know, and like the front plate wasn't on there. Had I a new back tag for
I apologize.
you thirsty?
No, my bottle's just really loud. Oh, wait,
That's like your trip too. Loud as hell.
back tag.
Yeah, if I had put the right tag on the back plate, I could have just like clicked and it would have hit in the tag, and I would have just gotten home free. But I didn't, so I'll be waiting for the bill in the mail.
Damn.
That's funny.
Yeah,
No, we
funny.
paid the tolls.
No, I do pay the tolls.
No, I'm saying in my story, paid the tolls. Which
Oh,
is
you
why it's
really
funny
paid.
because-
You really paid the tolls.
So
Paid the state.
it's known I am directionally challenged. I can't tell my north from my south or any other direction. So when I'm running passenger co-pilot, I suck at navigating.
Oh my god, we
If
have
you don't
another
have
navigation
GPS,
story after this.
Unfortunately, you can't rely. Like I'll help. I'll do my best to help for sure. I
She's
just
a
suck at
passenger
it.
princess, is what she is.
But not
like
like
fully.
I try. I just suck
She's
at
a
it.
Passenger princess.
I suck at it.
Just let her.
It's a different story. It's me. I try. I just
don't know,
suck.
Some passenger princesses like are good because I'm a passenger princess, but I will help. I'll take care of you.
Oh, we're gonna tell your story afterwards. All right.
And so my sister, I'm not yet driving, so my sister dropped me off. We were going to Manny's. Okay, so Manny from me is, I don't know, 20 minutes easy.
20 minutes north.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No tolls necessary. And so you need is driving. She's like, all right, put in the address. And I was like, cool. I put in the address. And then she's like, doesn't know the way either. She's like, make sure that I'm taking the right turns. I was like, for sure.
I got you.
We missed an exit, right? I forgot. I didn't, make her aware of it in time. So we missed the exit. She's like, oh, whatever. It'll reroute. It reroutes. Next thing I know, there's a toll. Vanessa, where the f- why is there a toll? There shouldn't be a toll. And I was like, you're right. There's never been a toll before. I don't know. And she's like, you're paying for this toll. And I was like, that's fair.
At that time, it wasn't that expensive, so it was fine.
Right.
Back in the days, it was
driving.
5 cents during her time. Can you zoom in on the video?
Yeah.
Okay, because as soon as I say 5 cents, I go.
Okay, I'll try.
Too much. We keep driving. Hit another toll. She's like, Vanessa, where the fuck?
Oh,
Because we missed the first exit, hit a toll. Great. We're supposed to have another exit. Missed that one, hit another toll.
Oh.
Yeah. This is what I get. I'm not passenger princess because I try and help. I just suck at it. Right? Because I am looking. Anyways, we hit 2 tolls and what should have been no tolls. And we took just over 40 minutes, what should have taken 20.
You hit 4 tolls and you took an hour to get to Manny?
We took 40 minutes.
Manny driving fast.
15.
Manny from you is 15.
Yeah. Yeah, we took about just over 40 minutes, what should have been 20-ish.
Wow.
With no tolls. Took 2 tolls.
4 tolls in an hour. Wow.
So
all right, Natty.
So every time, when she tells us a story, we're cracking up. We're like, bro, what the hell did you do, right? Because, again, Manny and I know the way. We are not directionally challenged. If anything, I genuinely, like, when I'm driving to and from places, especially if it's a more normal commute, I like to, what?
I'm not hearing you, Curly.
Hello?
You hear her?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Sorry. I like to realize where I'm at and start memorizing. And like, let's say I work in, I don't know, when I was going to school in Hoboken, I like to know, okay, this is by here. If I go this way, I'll end up in this street. I like it. Anyway, so her telling us this, we were like, what the heck? Every time that I've retold this story, I'll add another toll.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
she got up to like 6?
Yeah. I think the latest one that I told, I was like, yo, she hit like 6 tolls. But actually thinking about it, from you to Manny's, I think max you would be able to hit is 3 tolls.
All right. We hit 2. So it wasn't that bad. It was bad. All right.
I'll tell you one thing, though. It wasn't that bad because I think if you hit 2, what must have happened is that you were on the turnpike, where in the turnpike there's a entrance toll and an exit toll. And it's not a toll. What it is the entrance will mark where you came in, and then the exit is where you came out, and that's how they charge you based off. So I think
maybe
that must have been what happened to you. Yeah. You were going to tell a story of my not directionally... Yeah. The one time that I didn't know that I was not a good
passenger
co-pilot.
princess.
Yeah. And I was sitting in the back at that.
No, you were sitting next to me.
I was sitting next to you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you were calling your sister from the back. Yeah.
Oh, that was funny.
So this is before I had my Lexus, and I was in my old Corolla.
Oh, yeah.
And in my old Corolla,
Was this before our August trip to Ireland and Scotland and all that?
Yeah.
You weren't in your Lexus yet?
No, I didn't have my Lexus at the time.
Uh-oh. It starts.
Hello?
Ruh-roh.
Hello?
You want to use mine for now?
Yep.
Testing?
Nope.
No, just use mine.
I hear...
what?
Testing?
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
You turned it
All right.
off?
No, I just turned it back. Well, I turned it off and then turned it on right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was in my Corolla, and my Corolla at the time, I had installed a new radio, but with installing the new radio, because it had Apple CarPlay, connecting music kind of becomes an issue. Like there's a Bluetooth setting and then there's a wired setting, and because somebody was charging their phone and someone was on music, we were heading to dinner with her sister, with Vanna's sister.
And we had a set time to be there.
Yeah. And we had even asked to be there earlier because we were like, oh, we're gonna make it early, like let's meet earlier, right? And we were going to the sushi place, and we were far. We were in New York. Yeah, we were north. We were north, and we're gonna try this again. We were far. We were far, and we were over an hour away. Yeah. But with my driving, I was like, we'll be fine. I don't miss turns. I don't I'm not gonna hit a toll when I'm not supposed to. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. Nat is on Copilot. Put the mind you, I don't know where we're going. I've never been to this place. So I said, put the address in, and put your music. But the problem was, we started driving, and then somebody else was. I think you were on music, or somebody else was on music, and
I was on music because that's what we were like. It disconnected.
No. Oh, okay. So it disconnected. And so I had to pull over so we could reconnect to the music. So once I pulled over, we reconnected the music, got back on the road, and we thought everything was dandy. Natalie, again, put in the address. I was following the GPS. I followed it perfectly. Didn't miss a turn.
Go ahead.
And then we're about it says 15 minutes out, and they had told me that it was in a certain area that was more city-like. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking around, and we are in West Bumble. Yeah. Rural.
Do you mind me if I map us out? Not necessarily the towns, but just to put in perspective. So we were up here north, which is
oh, she's physically gonna map you guys out. Okay.
Yeah, no, but that way you can understand why our confusion or what we noticed. So we're up here by New York, right?
No, not New York. We're just up north.
We were up north, and so we're driving down. There's a certain city that we both know that is northern to both of us. There. Where we were going is very much southeast, and the area. It's by the water.
Yeah, it's very city life.
Yes.
That's crazy. I didn't know this also southeast.
We were, yes, you are. We were, according to GPS, she noticed it at 15. I started noticing that something was wrong when it was 7 minutes out, and I saw town in the middle come up on the signs, and I thought
we were fine.
I was like, what the heck? I was like, we're not in the right place.
Yeah.
So then I start internally panicking and looking as to what was going on.
But mind you, I still don't know where we're going. I know they said city life, but I'm like, there is cities that are necessarily 15 minutes from there, but it's not the city that they wanted to go to.
No, not at all.
So at 7 minutes,
half hour to 40.
Yeah, we were 45 minutes out from where we had to be, and so then I see my Copilot starts to panic, and when Nati starts to panic, she tries to do it smoothly.
She does. It never looks.
She's like, "Oh, we're 7 minutes away. Let me just look at the GPS." And at this point, she does that move where she's trying to be slick, but she already knows up. So I'm like, "Oh."
She has his face on right now.
Yeah, that's.
And so I already know. I'm like, "Oh no." And then they tell me the city we're supposed to be getting to, and I'm like, bro, we're an hour away from there. What do you mean?
No, doesn't help that now her sister's calling us being like, hey, you guys are gonna be here soon, right? You were not gonna be there soon. So she's getting called. I noticed that she's noticing that we're nowhere near, and then we put it in the GPS, and we were, I think, 42 minutes away. I think we made it in
I let it say
30 to 35.
We made it
I on the gas. We made it quicker too if there wasn't so much traffic.
Yeah. The funny thing is though that Vane goes, I kept wondering, but at the same time, I figured, we're going to turn the corner and it's going to be right there.
That's my logic with everything. Honestly, I have all the faith in GPS because I don't know my directions. I can only trust the GPS, Google Maps.
So
and fun. I'm like, I'm not going to worry until I'm in front of where I'm supposed to be and it's nothing like it's supposed to be. If I'm still 2 minutes out, I'm like, I'm going to turn that corner and it's going to make sense.
Well, that's exactly what she thought. And
yeah.
Imagine, and to put it in perspective, landscape wise, where we were going is very much waterfront. Whatever. Yeah. Where we were was the woods.
Yeah, no, I'll call it the boonies.
The boonies.
West Bumble.
Yeah.
No, but the geography of it, you said boonies, and I was like, what's a boonies?
It's very much woodsy.
I love my woodzies. I would live out there.
Yeah,
so.
But it's not.
A little bit, yeah.
It's not where we were trying to go.
I really don't, though. I have a view of the certain skyline.
getting to you from one side. I remember the other day.
Where are you coming from?
Remember you were driving with Manny, and we were so confused because we were passing by woods, and I'm like, Manny, are you
From
sure you
her
put in
house.
Noelle's address?
You drove through the woods to get
No,
to
we
us.
weren't.
Unless they took. I'm gonna bleep this out real quick.
I have no.
No, they said no.
See, I can't help you with any of this. But we were going through woods, and it was like such a narrow path, and I'm like, Nanny, are you sure you put Noelle's? And they're like, I could have sworn I did.
No, see, I trust driving.
He said your address. I'm like, yeah, that's her address. And he's like, that's what I put. And I'm like, I have never seen this side before. And he's like, no, me neither. And I'm like, oh,
I know.
okay.
You looked at it when it was like what, 3 minutes away.
Yeah, that's when I pulled
Okay,
up
I know
your
exactly.
address, and you're like, okay, no, we're definitely going in the right direction, but where the are we?
I know exactly where you were. No. If they were 3 minutes away, they're on. You know where Persig.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
So
just
that
leave.
side, if you come from that
Yes.
side,
Yes.
it is
yes,
woodsy.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But I love my woodsy because it's like woods. You turn a corner, come up my hill. It's like
Yeah,
Skyline.
that's exactly what happened too.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a vibe.
No, that's hilarious. I felt so bad. She did end up calling her sister and be like, "Hey, listen, so not the and we need to whatever."
Yeah.
And
I'm like,
we
I'm not
got
taking this blame.
we got there.
She's on meal prep. This is her cheat meal. She's been waiting.
Yeah, no, and yeah, I felt so bad, but she was such a sweetheart about it. We ended up getting there anyway. We had a great time. Food was awesome.
Yeah.
But it just really fell for a funny story.
Yeah, hence, and then Nat was revoked on navigation privileges for like the next week. And when I say in the next week, the next like 5 times we hung out, she was not allowed to touch the navigation system.
Fair, honestly, fair. I deserve that one. No, it was so funny. Just again, her noticing, me panicking, this one thinking is around the corner.
La, 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 la.
Yeah. It was just such a funny vibe. But Mordecai, that was cute. I like a few silly goosey stories. I was gonna say that we can, I think, end it here. Next episode, you'll find out what it is. 'Cause
We're not even sure. We haven't planned that far ahead.
No, we haven't.
Actually, we may have planned that far ahead because we did mention in the last episode we released that there was a topic we wanted to touch on.
You're gonna have to remind us.
Namana.
Yeah. We'll see because
They're speaking a language I don't understand.
It's your language.
E&M.
Okay,
Namana.
that's
Yeah.
what you're calling it. Right.
We'll see. I say we'll see, not because I don't think we'll do it. It's just simply like I previously stated. Sometimes some are released at a different out of order. No, we're gonna do it.
Like the order of the episodes right now are up in the
Depending
air.
on-
I
editing.
thought we weren't doing it at all. I was like, damn.
No. That's what I just said.
We will record that episode. We just don't know when it's released.
Yes, it will be recorded. So, catch us next time. I hope you like this little silly, chill vibe, kind of going back to how we started when we first started the. This would actually be episode 10, right? That's crazy. 10 episodes.
10 episodes in.
Yeah,
That's wild.
Yeah, and at that point, I think we'd be already 2 months of releasing. I love that.
We hit double digits.
I know. We're cute. We're doing it. It's been such a fun
Wait.
time.
10? Are we sure? Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah.
Going on 3. Okay.
This one I'm recording right now is 10. Yeah. I got an email saying like, congrats, you're releasing like episode 10, and it's like you already recorded more episodes than. It was like a high percentage of other podcasts, and I was like, are you for
really?
real? Yeah, like Spotify sent out. Like,
Well, honestly, I think what's making it easier
Commitment.
for us,
We're committed.
we're committed, chill vibes, and then not only that, but the fact that we're recording a few episodes at a time makes it a lot easier to post.
Yeah.
A lot more. So,
I told you those bi-weekly recording sessions are the go-to.
and then that big old bulk one when we were 4 weeks in God knows where, helps. All right. But anyway, we'll leave it here. We're hungry. We're gonna go have a fun time. Yes. So toodaloo. Catch us next time. All right.
I was gonna say, are we calling them the brain cells? Because you called them that the other day.
You guys, well, tell us what you guys want to be called. Do you want to be the brain cell?
Yeah, Sandy, let us know.
Yeah.
Sandy.
No, any of you guys that do.
Our one
watch.
commenter though.
Yeah.
She hasn't commented recently. You haven't commented recently, Sandy.
We need the feedback and the movement on the channel. So please comment.
So toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Smooches, kisses.
Not from me.
Every time. Every time.
Bye.
Bye.